したい大事そうに抱えた私を全部君がこの孤独を痛みを癒すの
Yeah, everything that was supposed to be in that book can be like, alright, so why, basically with everything being data mined, like, why does, like, the Horde attack the Alliance, or why does the Alliance attack the Horde for something, and, like, there's no reason given in that book. Like, the good part about that book is, like, this whole sub-story about a goblin that's, basically forced to do experimentations with Azerite by Gallywix. And he's like, yeah, well, if I'm going to do this, I need my old partner. And they're like, alright, I guess we'll go get your partner. And, like, his old lab partner is a gnome that used to be his wife. And it's this weird sub-story thing where it's a goblin gnome kind of like romance, but they're both scientists and coming up with like these crazy applications for Azerite where it's like you can use it in armor and it deflects all this. You can use it in like jewelry and it does this. And it totally like counteracts poison in the right ratio. But if you were like reverse the ratio, then the poison becomes super poison.
Great.
So they're doing all this research, and like eventually they're like, nah. Sylvanas tells Gallywix to tell them like, hey, I want them to make weapons. I'm like, all right. So they kind of start on it, and then they go to escape, and then they may be dead, they may be not. I don't know. But do you remember, you may not have ever been out there, but if you go to like Tenaris and you go to like the southeast kind of portion of the map on the beach, there's like just a house out there.
I feel like I've been there.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking, like that's where that goblin lives, and that's what they're talking about. So basically that area.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's like you start reading it and you're like, okay, well, like some of this is interesting. Okay, this is a good recap. Okay. Like nothing's happening. She's just staring at the wall. Movie's over. A lot of people look pissed. Like that kind of thing. It's like exactly that thing from Family Guy. Peter explaining the Blair Witch Project to a blind person. Okay, nothing's happening. Or Brian. It was Brian. Yeah. Nothing's happening. Movie's over. Everybody in the audience looks pissed. So, I mean, that's kind of what just basically happened in the book. And, like, it's very just... I don't know. It's disappointing considering it's like, no, you'll find out why the Alliance does something or why the Horde does something. It's like you don't learn anything. So I guess it's gonna come down to something in the pre-patch as to why certain things happen. Just kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
That being said, I mean the pre-patch is probably only like 2 months away now. Actually, it'd be less than that. It's probably like a month away. Because the game's out in 2 months. Or the expansion's out in 2 months.
Okay, now how do
What are you trying to do?
Oh no.
God!
Again?
Well, if it's the same enemies... Yep, it is. You might as well just try to run. You're not... Oh,
I didn't make it.
God. Alright. Escape! Oh no. You got one more shot.
Still didn't make it.
You got one more shot.
いろいろ試したいことがある
Ooh.
分かったわよ無理は禁物よ
Oh, jeez, man.
Yeah. Are you just trying to level skills right now?
No, I was trying to. Do I not have a revival?
Life stone, revival bead,
Revival.
revival bead,
Revival bead.
revives one ally.
What does Lifestone do?
I think it's just health. It'll
Oh.
tell you at the bottom. I think that was just health though.
Yeah, Sliders does this one.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I do like that though. Like if you fill somebody up to full HP, then it scrolls to the next person.
Yeah, I'm trying. I was trying to get up to this. There was a chest up there, but I can't figure out how to.
Well, I think that one's actually locked behind that other wall that you can't knock through yet.
It looked like if I could raise the hands up, then I could get it, but I don't guess I can.
I mean, you'll end up coming back through here eventually. Ozone.
油断せずに行くわよ
No, but we did everything that Tiki was wanting to do, right?
No, we have to find. I'm looking for somebody. Can they do the ad lib skills in the middle of session?
Yes, I think so. It doesn't happen very often. Actually, no, I'm probably wrong about that. It may not happen. I think they have to be the one that starts the session, and then there's that random chance that yes, they could do the ad lib. I think Kyria actually does it way more often than most of the other people. But you don't get one for Kyria for like a while.
Is that where I came from?
Yeah, that's an exit.
I can't remember if I came from this floor or not. I think I did.
Search your truth. You know them to be lies.
I need what's her face to tell me where to go. She said earlier, but I don't know when she said this because I didn't read it right away. She said it's weak, but I sense perform up above. I don't feel the presence of any mirages nearby, so they might be alone in a large area.
Go. You want to be
And then she said, if only I could.
the fourth floor.
I'm on the fourth floor.
Yeah, there you go.
よかった人だすみませんここどこでしょうか
そのノートパソコンもしかして君が
Tiki is my wife.
そうです
Oh man, This girl looks way too similar to the new protagonist in the Fulikuli progression.
Did that start yet?
Yes. They'll be on episode 3 today.
あはい
Nice.
The girl in FLCL has longer hair and it's more straight cut across her bangs. And then she has cat ear headphones kind of thing. But
ここから安
basically the same character otherwise, almost. It's,
そうだね
yeah, there was a
不安だったら
like the Fulikuli. It's been kind of weird. Like you meet this character, you meet some other characters, but like she's not like none of the stories really related to Naoto. Just like yeah, nothing interesting ever happens here, and I was like, are they in the same town or did they move to like another town where like Mechanica is, or like I'm not entirely sure, but like you get this second character that shows up that's kind of like Haruka, but she's not Haruka. But in the ending of the ending credits, it seems to imply that she's the other half of Haruka.
Weird.
And they haven't really gotten that far yet in explaining a lot of stuff.
Dang it.
チキどうしたんだろうとにかくブルームパレスに行ってみるか
Bloom Palace. Bloom Palace. Sweep your cares away. You just teleport back.
Oh, I guess I can
Traport.
just use the ability.
Yeah, teleport back. Traport. Traport out.
Skill triple.
That takes you right to the office anyway.
Lower level is going up here. So interesting. In terms of steps.
Estoma. The repel of a new generation.
Yes. You'll only run into monsters that you have to run from.
Yeah. I'm still kind of disappointed about the Let's Go Pokemon.
Really? I'm not. I'm actually kind of excited for it. I was super not for it whenever they, like, all the leaks came out. I don't know how I feel about the, you don't battle random Pokemon. You just catch them.
Yeah. That's like that. I think that's probably one of my biggest hangups. It's like, oh, well, you can battle, but you can only battle like gym leaders and other stuff. It's like I guess the battle system's in there, but it's like this isn't what I want.
Yeah.
チキどうしたの
Plus I think they confirmed that like you have to use the motion controls
To capture.
to capture, and I'm like, no.
Although, how would you do that if you're playing in handheld mode? Shake your switch. That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Nope.
一体何をやってたんだ
It's either that or you have to use the touchscreen. Just like the regular Go. But maybe that's like
笑わないよ
maybe that's my problem with it, is that when Pokemon Go came out and I tried to play it, there were actually no Pokemon around me for me to actually play the freaking game.
Yeah, that's my biggest beef with Pokemon Go. I'm not going to drive 20 miles to a place where there's Pokemon.
Like at that time I wasn't even living in a like super dense city or anything like that, so like there weren't very many Pokestops. There weren't really any Pokemon around. I was like, no, this sucks. So I kind of gave up really early on it.
Yeah.
We are compared.
チキ、俺たちはもう仲間だろ。
Oh!
俺には俺にしかできないことがあるし、チキにはチキにしかできないことがある。それを補い合えるのが本当の仲間だと思うよ。
本当に私ちゃんとお兄ちゃんたちの役に立ててる？
ああ、チキはここでちゃんと戦っている。
Man, I need to try to finish
ハルネージョンなんか足らなくてもいいんだよ。
Curse of the Moon.
そうだよね。私は
I
私
can't
にやれ
remember
るこ
which
とを
side it was. I saw one that said Bloodstained was the Castlevania game you've been waiting for.
Yeah, I read a story yesterday, and the guy was explaining it, and I was like, okay, the demo that they showed off was basically the same demo that I have a demo of, where you're on a ship and like going around like blah blah blah. Like they added in like the other backup skills. Cool.
That's cool.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know.
Holy shit.
What were we talking about?
Oh man. Oh, okay. So the guy was playing the demo. Jesus. The guy was playing the demo, and he's like, "Yeah, like your attack's on this button, and your jump is this button, and your magic's on this button." And he's like, "But your backdash is on the left bumper." I was like, "That's fine." It's like, "No, it should be like on the B button." Like,
Why?
no, why? It's like it makes sense. Like your backdash is on the LB button. Like it, if you're facing right and you're doing a backdash, the LB would pretty much be like, "Hey, you're stepping back from moving right. That's on the left side of the." What are you talking about? He also appeared to be very, very grossly bad at the game because it took him like 5 or 6 tries, and he still didn't beat the boss at the end.
I'm hoping that's how that lady playing Damon Ex Machina was.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I should just.
I think she was just bad.
You think I should just proceed on?
Yeah. I mean, you've already done Toma's thing, and you have to progress anyway to start doing other side stories anyway, so. This will actually try to get you into like more the meat of this second chapter.
1, 2, 3.
3!
Why does Barry have such a heavy Japanese accent?
I don't know. He's very American. I don't understand that.
俺はついていくのがやっとだよ。
曲が決まったらなんだかやるぞーって気分になっちゃって。もうレッスンはおしまい？キリアさん？どうしてここに？
Sounds like a Dreamcast having problems.
Did I
Zit,
stutter?
zit, 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 zit.
キリアさんがコーチならスパルタ式でも何でも大歓迎です。いつきも覚悟はできてる？
俺もですか？
Let's give you like this really laid back version of
それじゃ
reincarnation.
あ始めるわよ、二人とも。はい、キリアさん、ビシビシ愛の
Man, I'm so glad they finally announced. Tales of
よろ
Vesperia.
しくお願いします。
Oh yeah, I mean, that was the thing. Like, hey, here's Vesperia. Finally, like, oh great, it'll be on the PS4 and the Xbox One and the PC. And like, okay, that's fine. Hold on, fuckers! It's on the Switch too. Yeah!
Yeah. Anything on the Switch is always As long as it plays fine.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's an old game, so it should play fine on the Switch.
Yeah. It's not that intensive. So, I don't know if you remember, but when we finished the end of the first chapter, she was humming and like singing a song to her sister. It's this song. And I'm quite sure that when I put this video up on the channel, it'll be like, this is copyright claimed by Nintendo. And, well, that's fine, we don't monetize it.
Is this like a music video or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes more sense when you think of it that way. It's,
I just making sure.
yeah. It's... Yeah. You would... Basically, anytime you see these kind of performance things, you just... Yeah, it's a music video. Other than the one that does happen later for Tsubasa, which is actually a concert. And, well, no, there's two. There's two that are concerts for Tsubasa, and there's two that are concerts for Kiria.
Including the one we already watched, or?
No,
Okay.
there's two more concerts for Kiria. Kiria's makes sense, though. I mean, she's already a concert performer.
Yeah.
As there's loud chewing noises in the back.
Said music videos.
Alright, there you go. Loud chewing noises! The dog looks concerned.
What do you want? Getting back out.
Just plain sneaky. I don't think that she's sneaky. I think it's... She wears very revealing clothing.
Yeah.
Wait. I forget who the villain of this chapter is.
Go play. Dog. Stop. Read. Move.
Like a technical difficulties thing. Just like we moved everything so that the dog wouldn't be on the wires, and then the dog chose to get back on the wires. That's perfect. Casual clothes added as a costume. Basically what they're wearing in this scene right now is what their costumes are.
Yeah. Do you only wear your costume when you're in battle? Like, so it wouldn't change what they're wearing, like, around town and stuff.
I think it's only in battle. I don't remember. Well, I don't remember because I never changed Itsuki's. I I changed the other people's, and it didn't matter anyway because you only ever see them in battle. Yeah, like that one's so much better.
Yeah.
It's so much better. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
She does get like I think 1 or 2 more.
いらっしゃいませ。
Irashaimase. Hee-haw! New clerk. I imagine this looks insane to like the other customers. It's just like, yeah, I'll take you know, a couple of those, maybe one of these. Do you have these in stock? Just the other customer's like, why is he talking to the empty register? Yeah, and these are way more expensive than what you think.
What you get? Whoa.
So one of the more useful ones is that smoke machine. So if
Okay.
you end up getting into like one of the savage encounters, that's a good thing to have.
I'll buy a few of those. I already had one apparently.
Yeah. But now you know a little bit more. I don't think the lot. You have to spend more money.
Oh. Wait, go back. I want to see what the rewards were.
Hee ho ho! You're more likely to get, I think, like the 3rd and 4th prize stuff. Like what you want is the 1st prize stuff, because those are permanent stat boosts. But that's, you have to spend a ton of money to even get lucky there. Which is unfortunate, but I mean, I understand what they were going for.
What the heck was I doing? Oh, I was going to Uzumi or dance class.
What were we doing again?
So in Octopath, you get to start with any of the 8 characters in this demo.
Yeah.
And at least I thought that's where we were going. I started with the thief, right? And he has daggers and swords. And like his dagger attack did about 40. I think both actually did about 40 damage. But then I learned a skill. The first skill I learned was like steal health, which you.
That's pretty useful for a first one.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because you get to pick which skills you want. Like,
oh,
so like you learn. So like the first, it's kind of like tactics where like you get like 30 job points.
Okay.
And then you buy a skill. But you get to pick which skill you get first. Then the next one costs 60 or something. The next
Okay.
one costs 100. But you get to pick the order. And then as you learn skills, you learn new passive skills.
Cool.
So the second skill I got was still SP, just like your magic. But both of those hit twice, and the 2 hits were both about 1.5 times stronger than a regular, just a regular dagger attack. But they always use the dagger, so you can't like switch to a sword and do like somebody who's weak to sword. But both of them hit for about 60 damage 2 times instead of 40 1 time. And the SP one restores 5% of the damage you deal. So I was doing 120. It cost 6 SP, so I would steal 6 SP every time I used it. So there was like no point to not just spam that skill. So I feel like he gets like a tremendous boost to his damage as soon as you get the still SP, because you can basically use it over and over.
Yeah. Was he actually praising me?
終わったか。
Basically the Joker. At least for now.
翼の知り合い？
Interesting. What do you mean by the Joker? Like Batman Joker?
Yeah.
Or Persona 5 Joker?
Batman Joker. Not Persona Joker.
俺の問いに答えるのが先じゃない。そうだった。すみません。レッスンならちょうど終わったところです。
No, he's not ripping anything off his face. You know, Persona!
ただの遊びに見えた。言い過ぎじゃないですか。翼は一生懸命やってます。俺はただ感想を言っただけだ。
I see you dig, do you see you dig?
稽古の邪魔だ。
I don't know why he has heterochromia though.
戯れなら別の場所でやる。ここはプロが修練する場所。素人の遊び場じゃない。素人って少なくとも翼はフォルトナエンターテインメントに所属するアイドルだよ。
It's like, let's think about all the characters that have heterochromia. Like this one. Yuna.
答えろ。
Don't know anymore.
タレントではないけど。
Didn't
フォルトナに所属してる。
Asbel at
よくわ
some
から
point
ない。
have heterochromia? Not for the entire game.
こっちの事
Which
情
one's
は。
Asbel?
Tales of Graces?
Ooh. That's why I don't remember that. Oh. Nah, I don't remember. I don't remember at all.
待て。お前。どこから会った？
Do you need to go back outside?
Yeah, you've met him before. Not necessarily in person, but... Well,
まあいい。
it would be in person, but...
もう行っていいぞ。
Did we meet him?
So at the very beginning of the
With,
game...
Okay.
In that little cutscene at the very beginning of the game when Tsubasa's younger and she's in the crowd, he's behind the stage because his dad was performing with her sister.
Gotcha.
あの人にするんじゃないし。
合同ライブの時ミラージュのせいで
Mirage?
鶴田敏郎さんが今主演してるドラマ「ラブラビリンス」は今季一の人気で、しかも主題歌も歌ってる。歌手としてはヒットチャートの常連、俳優としては視聴率のプリンスって呼ばれてるくらいすごい人だよ。
Prince of Ratings. He's not Michael Jackson.
それでも嫌なやつだ。 こまで言うんだったら見てみたかったな、ライブ。
ふんふんふん。じゃじゃーん。
No, you get to go watch a concert.
もらったんだ。いつきくんのミラージュマスター。それに芸能人としてやっていくのならいいものにはたくさん触れるべきだって。
舞子さん太っ腹だね。
一緒に見に行こうね。っていけない。私事務所に呼ばれてたんだった。また後でね、いつきくん。どれくらい